Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel all about VA. In this session I'm going to tell you about for each loop within a for each loop. Okay, it's kind of nesting for each loops. Okay, so our requirement is we need to delete the files present in multiple folders in a particular container. For example, you have a container named container 1. Inside that you have some folders called folder 1, folder 2 and so on. Inside each folder you have a certain number of files. Okay, in each folder you have certain number of files, and our requirement is to loop through each folder and delete the files present in it. Okay, so this is scenario number 1. In scenario number 2, right, you want to delete only certain number of files which meet some filter criteria. For example, the files which are older than 10 days or older than a month or older than an year, that's what is going to be the second scenario. If you follow the first scenario, then you will automatically be able to apply it for the second scenario. Okay. Alright, in ADF, right, we cannot embed a for each loop activity within another for each loop activity. Okay, so how do we how we have to achieve this one? Okay, because in a container there can be multiple number of folders, so we have to have a for each loop to loop through each folder and one more for each loop to loop through the files for deleting it, right? So there are need for two for each loops here, but we cannot embed one within the other. So how do we do it? That's what I'm going to tell you in this session. Okay, so it's going to be quite simple. Just follow whatever I'm going to tell. All right, so we have a metadata activity. This is going to get me all the folders present in my container. Okay, so for this what I'm doing is I'm just pointing to my container without pointing to any folder. If you see here, this is my container and I'm not giving any directory or file here. So in my metadata activity I'm just getting the child item. So when we mention only a container name and ask the metadata activity to give the child items, right, it will be giving you the folders present in the container. Okay, so we are going to loop through those folders using a for each loop. Okay, this for each loop is going to be the outer for each loop which is going to loop through the folders. Okay, so in the for each loop settings, right, I am going to use the child items given by the metadata activity. So this is going to loop through the folders. Okay, that's going to be the meaning. Alright, so this is what the for each loop is going to do. Inside the for each loop I have another execute pipeline activity which is going to call me another child pipeline. Okay, wherein we are going to use one more for each loop activity and the delete activity. Okay, so if you check this pipeline, right, it's nothing but PL child. Okay, to this particular child package or pipeline we are going to pass two things. One is container name. If it's not going to be changing, you can hard code it like this, or if the container name is also going to change, you can pass it dynamically also. Okay, so folder name is going to be changing dynamically. It is going to come from the for each loop. Okay, because this for each loop is what is going to loop through the folders given by the metadata activity. So from the for each loops item.name I am taking the folder name. Okay, so I am passing the folder name and the container name to the child pipeline. Okay, so if you see the child pipeline, right, it's going to be quite simple as well. Okay, so here we have the folder name. Okay, inside that folder name we need to get all the child items, in the sense all the files. So for that what I am doing is I am just making the metadata activity loop through the folder. Okay, the folder name is given by the parameter, because from the parent pipeline we are passing the folder name to the child pipeline using parameters. Okay, these are nothing but the parameters that we have declared in the child pipeline. Okay, when I click outside and click on parameters, you will be able to see the parameters. So I have container name and the folder name. Alright, so this get metadata activity is going to get the folder name from the parameter. So I'm just pointing to that here. Okay, so if you want to filter certain number of files based on any criteria, for example 10 days older or 100 days older, right, so what we can do is while we mention the folder name and all, there is an option to filter by last modified. Okay, therein you can use this add days function and UTC now function. Okay, combining these two functions we can take the get metadata activity 10 days back or 100 days back by using this particular syntax. Okay, so what we are doing is we are adding -9 to the UTC now, which means 9 days from now. So whichever files are older than this modified date, I'm going to delete it. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so in our case, I'm just removing it because we are going to delete all the files present in each folder, right? So I'm just removing it, and in the field list I'm just mentioning child items. Okay, so that's all with respect to get metadata. So while it runs, right, what it's going to get us is list of all files present in the folder name which has come from the parent package or pipeline. Okay, so this for each loop is quite simple as well. This is going to loop through the items given by the get metadata activity. Here the items are nothing but the files. Okay, so in this for each loop, if you look at the settings, right, output dot child item, same way how we did it in the parent pipeline. Okay, inside this for each loop, I'm just using a delete activity which is going to perform the deletion for me. Okay, so in the source we have to provide the folder name which came from the parameter from the parent pipeline, and the file name which is coming from the for each loop present in this pipeline. Okay, so item.name is nothing but the file name. Okay, parameters.folder is nothing but the folder name. This is from parent, this is from itself. Okay, so in logging settings, you can choose to log the details of the deleted files, so that you can have a knowledge of which files got deleted and all, right. So you can optionally choose the link service and then give a folder path, so that it's going to create this folder path if it's not existing already. Folder path in the sense it's going to create another container if it's going to be ADL or blob storage path. Okay, so this is optional. If you disable this, you need not mention on this. Okay, I'll just run this pipeline. So in my demo container, I have two folders. One is input and one is output. In output, I have a couple of files, and in input also I have certain other files as well. So I'm just going to run to delete it. Okay. And this is child pipeline. So we have to go to parent pipeline and then run. If you run child pipeline, you have to provide the values manually. So I'm running it from the parent. So let it run. I just wanted to bring it to you because there is no straightforward way to do nested looping. Okay, if it is an exercise, right, it's going to be quite simple. We can write a simple C# script and get all the files by last modified date. But in ADF, we'll have to do certain workarounds like this. That's why I just wanted to bring it to your notice. If you see here, right, in my demo container, there are two containers. One is demo container, one is log. This was created automatically by the pipeline, and inside this demo container I have two folders. One is input and output. Let's see if it is getting deleted. Okay, so it has executed two times, one for input, one for output, and let us refresh it and see if the files got deleted or not. See here, there is no file in the input folder. There is no file in the output folder as well. Okay, so if you want to filter it for a specific number of days, or you have any criteria like this, right, we'll have to mention it in the child package in the get metadata activity. Just mention in the last modified end date. That's all. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, if you have any doubts about this session, you let me know in the comment section. And if you like my videos and you like the content, you please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep supporting.